Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I am your host, Jenny. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories from around the region and beyond. First up, did you know Hong Kong's college basketball team faced tough times at the Asian University Basketball League? Limited resources, no full-time coaches, and busy students made it hard for them to shine. Coach Winson Tam pointed out that systemic issues in Hong Kong's sports training hold the teams back, but players still gained valuable experience. The tournament also showcased regional talent, with teams from Taiwan and Tsinghua making it to the finals. Next, let's talk about Saudi Arabia's bold move into global football. Their CEO, Omar Mugharbel, shared plans to boost their domestic league and put Saudi football on the world map through events like the Hong Kong Super Cup. Unlike other leagues, they're focusing on long-term growth, infrastructure, and fan experiences, aiming to compete with the best in the world. It's all about building a sustainable football future. Finally, Hong Kong is stepping up its counter-terrorism efforts, even though threats are not immediate. With the upcoming national games, the government is conducting large-scale drills and high-level meetings to improve response capabilities. Experts say these proactive measures are a smart move to keep the city safe amid global uncertainties. Past exercises have shown the city's commitment to readiness, just in case they're ever needed. Please continue to watch for more detailed stories. The South China Morning Post vividly depicts the struggles of Hong Kong's university basketball team at the Asian University Basketball League in Hangzhou, illustrating the systemic issues that hamper their development. HKU's team, lacking key players due to local league restrictions and with only a handful of reserves, faced overwhelming challenges that reflected broader deficiencies in Hong Kong's sports infrastructure. Coach Winson Tam highlighted the disparity in resources, emphasizing that Japanese universities benefit from full-time coaching staff and comprehensive training facilities, unlike Hong Kong, where players often juggle academics and club commitments, leaving little room for specialized training. Star player Ryan Chuck pointed out the cultural and structural differences, noting that in other countries, college athletes aspire to professional leagues like the CBA, whereas HKU students prioritize their studies, which diminishes their focus on basketball excellence. Despite these setbacks, Tam recognized the invaluable experience gained, asserting that Hong Kong players had grown through this rare overseas exposure, but also stressing the urgent need for systemic improvements in training, coaching, and youth development to bridge the gap with regional powerhouses. The South China Morning Post also reports on the Saudi Pro League's strategic move to elevate its global profile by hosting the Saudi Super Cup in Hong Kong, a bold step reminiscent of La Liga's international ventures. Saudi football officials, led by CEO Omar Mugharbel, defend this initiative as a means to showcase their league's growth, emphasizing their commitment to strengthening domestic football while expanding their global footprint. Mugharbel underlined the league's focus on delivering top-tier competition, fan engagement, and sustainable governance, asserting that their primary allegiance remains to the local audience, despite the allure of international exposure. The event drew substantial crowds, especially for Cristiano Ronaldo's Al Nassr, demonstrating the league's potential to captivate fans worldwide. Mugharbel dismissed fears of overexpansion, comparing their strategic approach to a long-term investment in infrastructure, coaching, and governance, which aims to create a resilient, competitive league that can stand alongside the world's best, an ambitious vision rooted in sustainable growth rather than fleeting star power. In the realm of security, the South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong's proactive stance on counterterrorism, emphasizing that preparedness is a crucial safeguard amid evolving global threats. Under Chief Executive John Lee Kok-yiu's leadership, the city has launched comprehensive exercises involving disciplined services and civil agencies to simulate responses to terrorist attacks on critical infrastructure, including upcoming drills designed to enhance coordination and awareness. These exercises, including a large-scale simulated attack planned for late October, reflect a strategic investment in safeguarding the city's stability, especially with major events like the national games on the horizon. Security experts affirm that such vigilance is prudent, even for a city not traditionally targeted by terrorism, recognizing that global security dynamics demand constant readiness. The emphasis on layered, multi-tiered planning underscores Hong Kong's commitment to resilience, ensuring that the city remains prepared for unforeseen threats, with the confidence that these measures could one day be life-saving in a critical moment. The South China Morning Post highlights the ambitious vision of Mariana Zobalda Ayala, a dynamic leader within the Philippines' prominent Zobalda Ayala family, as she spearheads a $2.5 billion investment plan to elevate the country's tourism and real estate sectors. Her company, Ayala Land, is set to expand aggressively from 2025 to 2029, focusing on retail, office, and hospitality spaces, including a significant increase in hotel offerings and shopping centers across Metro Manila. Zobalda Ayala emphasizes the importance of malls as social hubs in the Philippines, which lacks extensive civic and green spaces, and aims to differentiate her malls by boosting dining options and creating unique shopping experiences that can compete with online retail. Her enthusiasm extends to the hotel sector, where she sees vast potential, driven by the country's natural attractions and government infrastructure investments, despite current regional tourism gaps compared to neighboring Southeast Asian countries. The South China Morning Post also introduces Vanessa Lee, a Filipino-born skincare expert who has gained international recognition as a celebrity esthetician and founder of The Things We Do, a skincare brand with multiple locations across the U.S. Lee's journey from a young girl inspired by beauty magazines to a registered nurse and then a cosmetic nurse exemplifies her dedication to natural beauty and integrity in aesthetic medicine. Her recent trip to Seoul with Kim Kardashian and other celebrities underscores Korea's reputation as a global hub for advanced cosmetic procedures. Lee's approach emphasizes enhancing natural features rather than complete alteration, reflecting her confidence in her Filipino roots and her commitment to celebrating diverse beauty standards. Her influence extends beyond her clinics, as she continues to shape beauty trends while maintaining a focus on skin health and personalized care. The South China Morning Post details the rising profile of Otis Pavlovich, the lead singer of the Australian indie pop duo Royal Otis, as he shares a cryptic Instagram photo with actress Lola Tung, sparking fan speculation about their relationship. Pavlovich's background reveals a deep-rooted passion for music since childhood, inspired by his musically talented father, and a diverse career that included acting and modeling before fully committing to music. His band, formed during the COVID-19 pandemic, gained rapid recognition through viral covers, notably Linger by the Cranberries, which was featured in the popular series The Summer I Turned Pretty. Pavlovich's journey from a young boy experimenting with guitar to a rising star exemplifies his dedication to authenticity and artistry, capturing the interest of fans and media alike with his recent social media tease and musical achievements. The South China Morning Post reports on Hong Kong's ongoing efforts to improve waste management and recycling, despite the city's decision to indefinitely shelve the controversial waste charging scheme. Community initiatives like Green at Kwai Tsing have demonstrated significant progress, with recycling volumes tripling since 2019, driven by increased public awareness and convenience. Meanwhile, the government has expanded recycling stations and introduced incentive schemes like Green Dollar, which have seen substantial participation and record-breaking redemption figures. Nonetheless, critics argue that these measures are insufficient, pointing out that the city's recycling rate and waste reduction targets remain far from the ambitious goals set over a decade ago. Experts emphasize that without implementing waste charging, an effective policy proven elsewhere, Hong Kong's progress risks being superficial, and they advocate for phased, targeted approaches that include source reduction and producer responsibility, alongside public education, to achieve genuine sustainability. The South China Morning Post also highlights the challenges faced by Hong Kong in managing mosquito-borne diseases amidst climate change. The city's history with outbreaks like malaria, dengue, and Japanese encephalitis underscores the persistent threat posed by adaptable mosquito populations, which thrive in the increasingly hot and humid environment predicted by climate models. Recent cases of imported chikungunya and Zika serve as warnings that local transmission could escalate if proactive measures are not taken. Current strategies, such as insecticide spraying, public awareness campaigns, and innovative technologies like drones, are vital but insufficient alone. Experts stress that a comprehensive, community-involved approach is necessary, including robust surveillance, research, and cross-border cooperation, to prevent future outbreaks and protect public health from the long-term risks posed by climate change and global travel. According to CBC, tipping culture in Canada is reaching a tipping point, especially among young people who feel overwhelmed by the proliferation of gratuity prompts and the rising cost of living. Many youth, like Renalva and Jacob Burris, question the fairness of tipping for routine or self-service activities, arguing that it fosters an obligation rather than genuine appreciation. The survey reveals that younger Canadians are increasingly skeptical of the widespread tipping expectations, which have expanded into places like bodegas and clinics, often driven by mandatory tip prompts. While some advocate for abolishing tipping altogether, suggesting a shift toward service fees or fair wages, others, like former servers, argue that tips are essential for supporting workers' incomes, especially given stagnant wages. Overall, there is a growing debate about whether tipping should be reformed or replaced with more equitable compensation models, reflecting broader concerns about economic inequality and the sustainability of current service industry practices. According to the South China Morning Post, Hong Kong hosted the Saudi Super Cup, a thrilling showcase of football talent that drew approximately 30,000 passionate fans to the stadium. The event was highlighted by Cristiano Ronaldo's electrifying performance, including a goal from the penalty spot, which drew cheers and admiration from the crowd. Despite Al Nassr's narrow loss to Al Ahly in a tense penalty shootout, the tournament's overall impact was deemed very satisfactory by organizers, who praised the hospitality, organization, and the enthusiastic support from local fans. The event marked the first time the Saudi Super Cup was held in East Asia, and while some concerns about the venue's suitability were raised, especially given the unavailability of Kai Tak Stadium, the organizers expressed a desire to improve infrastructure and potentially host future matches in mainland China, aiming to elevate the tournament's prestige further. The same publication details the intense competition at the final, where Ronaldo's Al Nassr was edged out by Al Ahly in a dramatic penalty shootout after a 2-2 draw. Ronaldo scored the opening goal and converted his penalty, but the team ultimately fell short as Mendy's crucial save and Galino's perfect penalties sealed Al Ahly's victory, ending Ronaldo's trophy drought with Al Nassr. The match was filled with moments of excitement, including Ronaldo's overhead kick and a controversial goal from Kessie, which kept fans on the edge of their seats. The atmosphere was electric, with supporters from across the Middle East and local fans alike captivated by Ronaldo's presence. The game also featured fiery exchanges, such as Ivan Toney's clash with Mohamed Simakan, adding a layer of tension to the high-stakes final. The South China Morning Post also captures the week-long build-up leading to the final, emphasizing the fervor among fans who traveled from mainland China, Hong Kong, and the Middle East to witness Ronaldo in action. The streets around Hong Kong Stadium buzzed with anticipation, with supporters eager to see their hero and celebrate Saudi football's growing influence. Fans expressed their admiration for Ronaldo's determination and legendary status, with some even visiting his hometown in Madeira. Despite the typhoon threat and a modest crowd for the semi-final, the event fostered a festive atmosphere, with fans from different backgrounds united by their love for football and admiration for the Portuguese superstar. The week's excitement underscored Ronaldo's global appeal, turning the Hong Kong event into a memorable celebration of football's power to bring people together. BBC reports on Canada's spectacular start to the Women's Rugby World Cup in York, England, where Julia Schell's extraordinary performance stole the spotlight. She scored 6 tries in a single match against Fiji, tying the second highest number of tries in World Cup history, showcasing Canada's dominance as they routed Fiji 65-7. The game was a showcase of Canadian resilience and skill, with key players like Sophie Degood and Gillian Bogue scoring early, setting the tone for the match. Schell's 6 tries, all in a 22-minute burst, electrified the crowd and underscored Canada's ambition to clinch their first World Cup title. Despite Fiji's spirited effort in the second half, including a memorable try from Josephine Naihamu, the game was largely a showcase of Canada's prowess, with a red card issued to Fiji's Bolu Vajitaraga for dangerous play, further emphasizing the intensity of the match. South China Morning Post reveals ongoing concerns over employment practices in Hong Kong, where authorities are scrutinizing firms suspected of dismissing local workers to import staff from outside the city. Following recent enforcement actions, including the suspension of a pest control company for violating recruitment rules, investigations are underway into other companies accused of similar misconduct. The government has reinforced strict sanctions, including bans on importing workers and application suspensions, especially for positions like junior chefs and waitstaff, where local recruitment efforts are being intensified. The crackdown also extends to cross-border syndicates involved in illegal employment activities, such as forging identity documents and housing workers in subdivided flats, with authorities arresting dozens of suspects. Meanwhile, Hong Kong's talent scheme continues to attract debate, with officials defending its benefits despite only half of the accepted applicants extending their visas, many residing in nearby cities like Shenzhen. Chief Executive John Lee highlighted the scheme's success in bringing valuable talent into Hong Kong, emphasizing the importance of retaining skilled individuals to maintain the city's competitive edge amid ongoing enforcement against illegal employment practices. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Voices loud, headlines flashing wild. World in a flame and now stories told, it's time to vow. Eyes grew, truth pursued, understanding woven through. Heartbeats race breaking through, knowledge spreads the new view. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Shadows lift, facts unfold. Breaking the news, breaking the day, truth and insight our way. Every story, every play, living clear we convey. Every story, every play, and clear we convey. Depths revealed, voices bright, news in focus, black and white. Every angle sheds